Hello, my name is James Graff with Advisors Mortgage Group, and I'm here to talk to you about Union County. This is my community report for Union County. Let's dive into the demographics. These values are in thousands. There are 558,000 people living in Union County, total population, 51% female, 49% male. That is fairly typical of this size county for New Jersey. Next, we'll dive into the graphics broken down by age. 18 to 26 year olds, there are 69,730. 27 to 35 year olds, first time home buyers, I believe the median is 33 there. Check me on that. 70,650, fairly large number there, but not as large as the next couple numbers. 36 to 44 year olds jumps to 76,000. 45 to 54 year olds, myself included if I lived there, 80,890, the largest number of the group. And 55 to 64 year olds back down to 70,420, roughly the same as the 27 to 35 year group. We see a lump in the 45 to 54 year olds, followed by the 36 to 44 year olds. Oddly enough, the lowest group is the young people, 18 to 26. Well, that's useful to you. This is interesting, very interesting to me. We're going to look at birth rates, which are trending upward for Union County. That's not typical of the counties I've looked at so far. Monmouth, Ocean, Ocean is trending up. Ocean is the only one I know of. Looking at Monmouth, Mercer, Burlington, Camden, Gloucester, they're all trending downwards. Middlesex trending downwards. Here we see an annual average over 5 years of 6,800, and I think we all know what birth rates do for home buying. That I believe is one of the major drivers in first-time home buying. Have to buy a home if you have a baby. That's just parents thinking. Okay, that's my opinion. You can look that up for yourselves. Next, we'll look at Union County labor force. This is a participation rate. It's 62%, same as every county I've ever looked at so far. We have some high numbers for the males, 87%. That's fairly high, and low for females, 76%. The divergence there isn't quite as large as, let's say, Monmouth County, but that's a fairly large divergence, 11%. I'll let you talk amongst yourselves about that divergence. Next, we'll look at education and housing. These values are in thousands. We're looking at school enrollment. And we're looking at typical numbers for this county, all rising with a bump in college that is not as high as some college counties, but a slight bump. I would call it a small bump. Some counties have less people in college. We'll do the numbers. In elementary school, there are 29,250. In middle school, there are 29,870, growing. In high school, there are 30,060, growing still, and growing still slightly, 34,080 in college. That number can be quite larger in some counties and quite small in some counties, I guess, because there are no colleges in those counties, or they're not going to college from those counties. I need to find that out and leave that in the description, which one it is. Typical student to teacher ratio of 12 to 1. Typical Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean. Now we're going to look at something interesting to me, buildings by decade. This is absolutely fascinating to me. This county, Union County, again, I think typical to Middlesex, has more buildings built in the 50s. More buildings by far built in the 50s, actually, doubling the number built in almost any other decade except the 60s. Again, typical Middlesex. Almost none built in the 90s. There's a small jump up in the aughts. Let's do the numbers. 80s, again, low. 80s and 90s, low. Typical of Middlesex, I believe. Buildings built in the 50s, 47,030, the largest number here, built in the 50s. Built in the 60s, 26,620. I'm going to do the numbers for you. Almost half. and that's the largest number of this group, the second largest number of this group, rather. Built in the 70s, we dropped down to 14,250. 80s drops further still to 11,070. 90s even lower, 9,360 built in the 90s. That's the lowest number here. It's actually typical of a lot of Monmouth County. Counties in New Jersey. Not too much building in the 90s. I can't remember which county had the highest in that number, but there was one that had a higher number in the 90s. Then we jump up for the aughts, or houses built in the 2000s decade, 12,530. Fascinating to me. 50s and 60s. 50s beats everything. 60s is close, not even close, and everything else is tiny. Odd to me. I'm sure a realtor could explain that to you. Next, we're going to look at crime in Union County. Values are per thousand. We're looking at the FBI crime report here. We're looking at violent crime and property crime, two different categories with 4 subsets. Violent crime, 3.35 per thousand. Aggravated assault, 1.61 per thousand. Murder, 0.04 per thousand, fairly low, but not as low as Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean, which are 0.1 per thousand. Forcible rape, 0.17 per thousand. Robbery, 1.53 per thousand. Next, we'll look at property crimes. Here we have 17.95 per thousand. Petty theft, 12.39 per thousand, slightly higher than I've seen. Burglary, 3.09 per thousand. Of course, I guess we're looking at a more densely populated state, smaller area, not such large numbers, but more densely populated. Motor vehicle theft, 2.46 per thousand. I hope what I'm saying is not offensive to anyone. If I offend anyone in any way ever, please contact me and let me know. I don't want to offend or hurt anyone's feelings or say anything that is out of line ever. I'm rambling with my thoughts and opinions, and we all have biases. I try to keep mine in check as much as possible. So, the next would be motor vehicle theft, 2.46 per thousand. Arson, 0.04 per thousand. Fairly typical number. I've seen it 0.05 per thousand per year, of course, and I've seen it as low as 0.03. And I think I saw one that was much, much higher. I'm not sure why that was. Again, fascinating stuff to me. I'm just rambling, trying not to be offensive. And I have to thank you for listening thus far to me, James Graff, with Advisors Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 732-500-6883. That's 732-500-MUTE, as in you have my permission to mute your trumpet or my trumpet. I don't know if you have a trumpet. You can mute the audio to this video. You have everyone's permission to mute my incoming phone call if anything I'm saying to you is not worth your while. Please mute and move on to one of my other 40 plus, probably 50 by now, videos, hopefully helping people with real estate and finance. With that, I have to truly thank you for not muting me thus far. Hopefully none of my videos are offensive. And I would also like to thank you for all of your precious time you spent listening to me. And with that, I'd like to wish you all an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening.